and
But do you
I
want
could
one with a maximal symbol?
probably not. I don't like those, and I don't like this either.
Do I blame them? No. Do I hate them for it? Yes. Let's move on to Bobby's favorite things, and that is mama kits.
I like that red, that metallic red. That looks really,
Right?
really good.
Yeah.
The gold too. Um, I may have to take a look at this.
So let's keep going on, and I know you're excited about these guys. Welcome back. We are here to talk about the news again. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And why don't we just get right into it? So the first thing we have for you is that there's a new fan stream. So on June 20th, so that's very close. That's in less than a week that they announced it at 11 a.m. What are you expecting to see?
I have absolutely no idea. I guess it's going to be probably a recap of the figures that were starting to come through the portal. Maybe we'll have some, live images of those. It'll probably be some of the releases we've seen. Dreadwing, Dread, the blue guy.
Dreadwing, you were correct.
Yeah, Dreadwing, probably see him. I can't think of anything else that. Oh, probably the Dead Prowl and the Dead Ironhide, and maybe that 4-pack that we've seen released.
So we'll talk about those very soon. But what they said that they're going to be doing Rise of the Beast reveals. So we'll probably get some more studio series. Personally, I'm hoping for a Nightbird because I thought she was really cool in the movie and I'd like to add her. And I hate that the only toy of hers in that 3-pack with Pablo, I'm not going to call him Wheeljack, and Cheetor. They also said Legacy Evolution reveals. I'm right on board with you. They're going to be the, what's it called? What we've already seen. And they'll probably do another teaser, which is kind of making these kind of boring because now it's not fresh, new material coming out, if that makes sense. But again, they're probably doing it because of all the leaks that are coming out. And then there's going to be an interview with the artist Rich Pellegrino. So excuse me if I mispronounced his name. But that would actually be pretty cool to see, I've got to say. I think that's the box artist, and if it is, I really enjoy his stuff. So I wouldn't mind hearing what he has to say.
Yeah, ask him for a virtual autograph or something like that, huh?
There you go. So let's move on to the leaks. Only one leak for you because all the leaks that did come out were already officially revealed. And that is, we've got the Retro Perceptor. And it looks like you're pretty excited. Did you know this was going to be on here?
I did not.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this then?
Sold.
So
take my money.
That's no surprise. With me, I'm on the fence. So Perceptor's always had a special place in my heart just because I went to science for school and blah, blah, blah. But I already have a G1 Perceptor for the reissue. So I don't think I need another one. But that's the only reason it was literally like I got it because I went to school and it was a microscope, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think I'm going to get it just because I have one. So with functioning springs, I don't know if these still have those old gimmicks.
So I have an old one, G1, and it's broken. And so it was actually in a lot that I purchased, I don't know, probably 10 years ago or something like that. And I was really excited to get Perceptor, and it was broken. So I was really upset about it. So it'll be nice to have a fresh new one on the shelf.
Yes, I think so too, especially if you have one, that's missing a head, like I'm assuming yours is.
Actually, the telescope was like the way it was laid out.
So it's still a figure. It's
still a figure.
Civilian Perceptor.
Yeah.
He's not in his army mode.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll be happy to get a full Perceptor.
Perceptor, yes. So let's get on to what's been
right now.
He's just Percept right now, yes. So let's get on to what was just announced before we get into the toys. Let's talk about this. So this is Cross Studio X Transformers Rise of the Beast timepieces. I thought this was really cool. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get like a $30 like clock that's like in the shape of the what's it called, the Air Razor, and I'm like, I'll go grab that because I thought that was a really cool part of the movie. For that price, I'm like, that's awesome. And then I kept looking at the pictures, and it's a full-on watch. This thing's gonna be through the roof expensive, so I'm completely out on this.
Well, I don't have one on right now, but I have a thing for watches, so.
You do.
And
but do you want one with a maximal symbol?
Probably not.
That's what I thought.
Probably not. Probably not. I haven't had a Transformer watch since I was like, 6 or something like that. So I don't want my reintroduction to Transformer watches to be a Beast Wars. Yeah. Okay. I'm out.
It does look nice.
It does
look nice. I was just hoping that the whole statue, when I first saw that, I thought it was going to be like, oh, you go to Walmart and you pick it up and you put it in your room just, with a clock. But
yeah.
So let's move on. Let's keep non-transform / non-figure trend for a little bit. And the movie is going to come out. The DVD is $25.99. The Blu-ray and digital is $31.99, and the 4K UHD and digital is $37.99. So I have to say, I think out of all of these, the best one is the DVD. It looks the best without that bar at the top. I'm just gonna say it. If from a collector standpoint, if I was gonna get this to like display or something, that's the one I would get. But nowadays, I wouldn't get any of these because I would just stream it if I really wanted to.
I'm with you. Somebody who used to have, no joke, I don't know if I ever told you this, James. I had
You did
3,600 or so DVDs that I gave away. So I do not want to start that habit again. I think I have enough things that I collect. So I'm with you. That does look like the best version. But I do have a DVD player in my car. And it would
you can watch it while you drive.
Yeah, I did keep a couple of DVDs just because when I go to car shows or something like that, I'll put a movie on and it's one of the kind of a highlight of it. But I didn't like Rise of the Beast that much to buy the DVD. So
I was just about to say, do you really want a Rise of the Beast movie play? Yeah. You wouldn't get like G1.
I have it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I think you should play.
Yeah.
Okay, let's actually get into the figures now. And the first thing is this, which is the Ironhide and Prowl death scene. What do you think of it?
So, the first time we saw the reveal of the Prowl, I was bashing it. I really couldn't see the facial expression, and the faces look really good on both of these figures. I like the damage to Ironhide more so than Prowl. Ironhide looks like he's been through something. He's having issues. So I'm not going to be as hard on it as I was. Initially, the Prowl I was just totally done with. I would like to see them displayed with the blast effects on, so it could recreate that scene of them actually getting shot by Megatron. That may sway me a little bit. But so far, like what you always say, give me the Ironhide and skip the Prowl, and I'm in.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start off with the positives here, and then we'll go into the negatives for me with these guys. So first of all, I completely agree with you. Their faces are really well sculpted, and I wish Hasbro would keep that expressive faces going on with a lot of their other figures. Now, I grew up in the '90s with the crazy expressions on Beast Wars, so I know I'm a little biased. I also think Ironhide's chest looks really good with the detailing. They did a great job with that. Other than that, these figures don't even seem dead. They seem just like the normal figures with some battle damage. I do not like that. That Ironhide's too bright. They could have at least toned it down to make them gray like they did with their Optimus. I think it was a Generation Select, the Gray Optimus Prime. They didn't even do that. They just left them same thing, and I think I'm going to use my favorite word, and that is that these are lazy. the sculptor did a great job, but whoever does the deco and stuff could have made it a little more extreme, you could have said.
So the only thing I push back on is this is more so like when it happened. So they didn't turn gray until they actually like till afterwards, and they didn't even show that. So I like the colors because it's basically, I guess, if you want to recreate that scene from the movie where Ironhide turns around in the chair, jumps up, has his guns, and then takes two to the chest. You know, so they didn't turn gray right away. So I do like that aspect. The only thing that I would have added is to have the smoke effect coming out of Prowl's mouth or something like that.
And the orange eyes. That always stuck with me. And, you know, they could have used a more orange within this to make them look a little different from the normal studio series Ironhide, but they decided not to. I also don't like the painted windows. I think they look very tacky. But that's just me.
Yeah. So literally, it looks like they just, you know, for the Ironhide, it looks like they just really changed the chest.
Yeah, that's it. And the face.
Yeah, and the face.
All right. Well, let's get into another figure, and that is the Age of Extinction Grimlock reissue. So now I actually have this figure from way back in the day, 5-6 years ago, when I was just buying things because they were cool. And it's not a bad figure. It's fairly large for the price, especially now that, you know, leaders are Voyager sized. It has an interesting transformation. I think the paint is really good. At least the old one was. I'm assuming this one will be too. Is it for everybody? No. But if you just like a spiky dinosaur transformer or you like the movies, I would say pick this up. It's cool enough.
So the funny thing is, I actually, and I don't know what version of them it is, but I actually have a box set of Dinobots, and I think it is.
That is not this version.
It's not this version of
that's the original Voyager that came out when the movie came out. This was the studio series version.
Okay, yeah. So I don't like those, and I don't like this either. And the bad thing is, I actually have two sealed. Of the group box set, and I haven't opened up either one. Don't ask me why I have two. Don't ask me why I have one. This looks, I guess, for what it is, it's good. I mean, it does look like a representation from the movie. I didn't like that Grimlock in the movie, so that's probably my bias. Similar to your Beast Wars bias, this is my G1 bias. I do like how the head splits on its shoulders, though. That's kind of cool. Looks like some football pads. But that's pretty much all I like about it. Again, the movie characters didn't really do it for me, and maybe that's where I'm basing it off of more so than just this actual character.
Yes, I feel you there. In my collection, he's in storage, but when I have a bigger space and I can display everything I have, he's not going to be Grimlock. He's going to have some other name, because I do like this design, just not as Grimlock.
Lock Grim.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. So now let's get into something that actually
nice way of saying no, Bobby.
Exactly, and that's the troop building pack. And this makes me mad because I only want one of the four.
The animated Auto Trooper, rather.
And the only reason why I want to have that is for two reasons. One, I have the original ones from BotCon, so it'd be cool to have the updated set. And two, it comes with a Kiss Player's head. Kiss Players is very controversial, and I like controversial things, so I would display that.
So I don't know either one of those, so I cannot relate.
Oh, look it up.
You said okay. The one that disappoints me the most is the Decepticon Seeker. I mean, that really just looks like a Thundercracker.
So, let's get a little closer picture of it. Here we go. I thought it was just Thundercracker. I know they have multiple versions, but I'm like, why didn't they do the purple one?
I really just thought it was Thundercracker.
I mean, I felt like they had a lavender one that wasn't Hot Link. It was like they had him in all the episodes. I don't know why they didn't do that, but it is just Thundercracker.
Yeah, so that had me out in general. Uh, the others, the Alicon, I have a couple of those anyway because I was troop building back then.
Now, is that just a re-release?
Well, the head is different, so
Okay.
I like the option for a different head. I can't remember if the weapons are the same. I haven't touched that figure since it came out, so and that's shame on me. I should probably pick it out, but I did like the figure initially. So for what it's worth, the Auto Trooper, I would probably pick that one up. The one above it, I don't even know what that is.
I think it's a comics reference. In G2, Straxus had a whole bunch of like Generation 2 Transformers that look like this. So I'll just go through all four like you did. The Alicon mold, I didn't like it when it came out. Still don't like it now. Skullgrin, didn't like it when it came out. Actually got it. Thought it was okay. Not buying another one. The Seeker mold, I do not like that Seeker mold. I guess I was spoiled with the Siege version that I really like. And then I actually do like that Cybertronian Ironhide Ratchet mold. That was one of the highlights for Siege for me with the transforming gun and stuff. So, I'm hoping people don't want. Maybe they'll be like, oh, it's controversial with the head. We don't want the Auto Trooper, but we want the rest. And they'll be selling them for like $15, like I saw some of the 4-pack people at TFCon. Because I would pick up 3 of these to go with my original animated counterparts.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to pick it up. I think it was $70.
Yeah, I think $77.99.
Yeah,
which is not bad for 4 figures.
Because 4 figures would be like about
$100. What? Well, you know what I think we should do this, Bobby. Let's buy 3 of them. I get all the Auto Troopers. You get the rest.
and I pay $15. I pay $15 and you pay the rest.
No. I pay $75. You pay the rest. I'll give $24.99. Normal. What's it called? Normal Hasbro price.
Yeah. I don't know. I like that they're coming with alternate heads. That's kind of cool. Yeah. But I don't know if it's right for me.
Yeah, it's definitely not right for me. And it's a shame because I've really liked the 4-packs, all of them. The Beast Wars ones I thought were really cool. This one is a flop for me.
Yeah, you love that.
And they knew it. Because they knew people out there that are like me that will buy 3 of these just to have 3 Alicons or 3 G2 people to go with G-Axis, or 3 Seekers to just have in their background. So they're taking advantage of that, in my opinion. Do I blame them? No. Do I hate them for it? Yes. So let's move on to Bobby's favorite things, and that is model kits. Here's some G1 model kits. We don't really got to go through them that much. They're kind of big-headed.
What's going on with that Jazz?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with any of these, but yeah, I know. They're all a little funky. But what I really don't get is the selection of Decepticons. We've got Megatron, Skywarp, and Thundercracker, and that's it. I mean, not even Starscream?
I definitely think Starscream, it should have been Starscream and Soundwave.
And I get it. Maybe they wanted to focus on the Autobots, so they only made 2 Decepticon molds, but at least give us Starscream and Skywarp, or Starscream and Thundercracker. But
maybe they're coming.
Yeah, I would assume it. So
yeah, because you have to have Starscream and Soundwave.
Yes, and I'm sick of seeing everything with Rise of the Beasts, but they also have Rise of the Beast ones.
You can go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that Scourge. That's right up your alley.
The Scourge is the coolest one out of the bunch, I gotta say, but it doesn't transform. All right, let's get out of this Rise of the Beasts, murk, and let's get into something that's actually bright and white, and that's this guy. This is a Neo Arts Lion. Now, you said you actually liked the other one, Pengu Toys one. And this is the one I was telling you that you should get. Because then there's a new KO of the Perfect Effect one. I think this thing looks stunning. And I have it in the Nemesis version, the original Perfect Effects one. I do not have this one, so I might be getting this.
I like that red, that metallic red. That looks really, really good.
Yeah.
The gold too. I may have to take a look at this.
Yeah. I think the original one came out for about $90. So if it stays in that same price point, I might pick this up.
Yeah.
Because it does look... the original one I have, the Perfect Effect one, it's fiddly, but it's nice. So I've heard good things about NeoArts, and this came out, so I'm totally down to get a normal one. I want the Eva colors, though. I missed out on the original one, but I want those Eva colors with this one.
I'm on the fence. This, at first glance, this looks really good.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty good. Moving on, here he is with some swords.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? I had to put this picture in there. I don't remember those swords coming with the original release. I mean, it didn't come with the Nemesis version, but who knows about the original Leonidas. So that's really cool.
Okay.
We got Magic Square. Another Ultra Magnus is coming out. This is a legend size one. Get them if you want them.
Yeah, don't you need that?
No, I've realized I'm not going to buy any new Ultra Magnuses. I'm going to go back in time. I want the Armada one. I want the Energon. Well, the Armada one is technically yours, but I want that one. I want the Energon one. I want, some of the old ones first.
Fans, James told an untruth to us last time we recorded. He said he would pick up the Dr. Wu one if it was $45 or so. And guess what?
I said 30. You made me go up. And two, I have the right to change my mind at any time.
I asked for clarity. It's $45, and now James is jumping back over the fence. So he's not a true Ultra Magnus fan.
I'm on the other side of the grass already, on the through the football field. So
no, this does look good. I mean, I won't be picking it up because it's legend scale, but it does look good. I love the posability. If they come out with the I guess the 2.0 version in masterpiece scale, like with the die cast, like they did the Prime, I will be picking it up.
Yeah, I might be interested in that as well. So let's get into some 3D printed stuff. And first we have FunBee Studios. This is their backdrop. I guess when Galvatron's turning into, Megatron's turning into Galvatron.
Yes.
It looks fine. If you want this as a display, I think that it works just fine.
I like the fact that you can do that with any of the characters from that scene in the movie. When the Insecticons and the Seekers turned into Scourge and Cyclonus and the Armada and the Sweeps and stuff. So I like that you can use it for multiple scenes. So maybe buy or print off 3 or 4 of these and kind of set up that whole scene in the movie. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think this would actually look really cool with the Legends characters that we've looked at past on this channel that are the see-through purple ones.
Yes.
Do you remember? Like that Cyclonus and the Insecticons, I think this would look really cool with those.
Yep.
Staying with FunBee Toys, we have something you want, and here is the Thermo Rocket Launcher. So will you be getting this to go with Bumblebee? It does look actually pretty nice.
It really does. I like it a lot, and I don't know if I'll be doing it or not, if I'll be picking this up or not, because it's 3D printed, and I don't have a 3D printer, so that's going to be a no for it. I'm not sure.
No.
I always thought you had to print them out, but I thought they sold. But I don't know. Somebody let us know in the comments if FunBee Studios sells these or not. I always thought that you had to 3D print them, but I am going to pick up that Bumblebee. I'm looking for them, and it's definitely a possibility of picking this up. I really do like the way it looks.
It does look better than that Bumblebee, that's for sure. And lastly, let's end on a high note for me at least, and that is Quick Knife, which is Quick Strike by Beast Wars. This was one of my favorite toys as a kid. I have like 3 of them somewhere because I used to keep taking the snake neck parts and making it longer and longer. So he would have a bigger tail. I was like 5. But I'm not the biggest fan of this. I've got to be honest with you. I don't like how, at least from these pictures, it looks like the legs, the scorpion legs, have no posability, which makes that claw look just as good as the one from Beast Wars. And I don't like that the shoulder pads are just kind of just hanging out on the back of that beast mode. But this does look a lot smaller than their other figures. So if this is $30 or $40, I wouldn't mind reliving my childhood.
Well, I definitely think you should relive your childhood for one of us, because this is such a hard pass for me. I remember when I watched the cartoon again, I just watched Beast Wars for the first time all the way through over the last year or so, and I saw this character and I said, this is stupid. And
you do not like Fusors, do you?
I do not at all.
I think they are some of the coolest things, that the most inventive things that Hasbro has ever thought of.
It's lazy.
How is it lazy? You know what's lazy? You know what's lazy? Optimus Prime. Boom, I said it. He's a truck. Boring. This is interesting.
No, this is like,
has a spark of life.
We don't have anything else to do. You know what? Some of my toys broke, so I'm gonna see if I can put them together, and that's what happened. So I created something. It's like, you know, it's like now, and I hate to say this, I've had mutts. So no offense, I love my dogs that were mutts, but it's kind of like now when they take a mutt and they're like, oh no, it's a exotic pet now. No, it's a mutt.
All this is Hasbro's 90s attempt to compete with TMNT. That it was crazy. It was 90s. It was kooky.
That's,
you know, so that's what they're going for, and that's why I love that stuff. And I was sarcastic about the Optimus Prime thing. I'm just going to say it before we get any hate comments. That was all sarcasm.
Hate comments were going to come from me. I was already typing them.
I knew that was you in the comments. I should have known Bobby1234 was you. But so, yeah, I'm on the fence with this. I think I need to see the actual figure first. And maybe it's mistransformed or something, because those shoulder pads are really, like, they can't just fold down somehow.
They do look like, can they tuck or something?
Exactly, just a little hinge. But, so, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So
if I did collect Beast Wars, this would definitely be the last one I'd get.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, if you don't like Fusors, you don't like them. I'm still waiting on a Masterpiece Injector. You don't even know who that is, and you don't even need to look him up, because he's one of the ugliest figures literally in the world, and I love him to death. That was another one of my favorites as a kid. So let's get into some updates. First thing, we've got new pictures of the Decepticon Shadow Striker. I don't have much to say about this. I'm honestly leaning towards not picking this up, even though it's a Fembot that's a Decepticon.
The front of it looks like...
yeah, you know, and what is up with his back kibble?
Oh. It's not going to happen.
I don't think I'm going to be picking this up, if I'm just going to be honest. Unless you guys want to see it. Let us know if you guys want to see me review this thing. I'll pick it up then. I'll pick it up for the channel, but I don't think I'm going to be picking this up for my collection.
I want to see you get it, James. Somebody just said they wanted to see you get it.
Well, that sounded like Bobby, so if he has $25, he could buy it for me to review. So I did put this picture of the old Sideswipe mold and this one, which is obviously Sideswipe. There's no use even trying to deny it. And the original one looks so much better. It has rubber tires, it's bigger, it has more posability. Sure, some of the kibble is crazy, but I think the kibble's even crazier on the new one. At least that one looks like shoulder pads and stuff like that.
You know, I have that side swipe, and I forgot how ugly that figure is.
It looks better than the new one. Sideburn.
I cannot disagree with you. Those from the back, it looks like he is like chunky as crap up top and has little skinny legs.
I think that's the angle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just, like that angle is terrible. It's like little skinny legs, you know. And so, I don't like the way it looks from the back at all. That's terrible. Not that I pose my figures looking, you know, backwards, but that looks really, really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
I just don't know why they didn't just angle them up and have like door wings.
Yeah, that's what I would
like.
do.
I know she doesn't have door wings, but you're already not giving us the right colors. So it's like it would have looked better at least to have some sort of reason for them instead of just down. So,
wow, this is taking me back. I remember getting this figure. Wow.
Me too. I remember going into Toys R Us. I got all three of them.
I got one of them from Toys R Us.
All right, so let's keep going on, and I know you're excited about these guys. So this is, I don't know why they picked these names. I'm going to be honest with you. Fioravanti. Don't know if I said that right. How excited are you for this figure?
So I ordered every single one of them. I love the Omnibots. As a kid, it was so exciting to collect the points and mail them away and get the first three. When X-Transbots announced that they were doing them, I was just like, great, got all three pre-ordered. And then they came out with these other colors, and I said, oh, yeah, I'll get that one. Oh, there's another one, I'll get that one. And now, I don't know, 6 or 7 different
I think there's there's like 9 or 10 of them.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I lost count. It was just...
Because each one of the 3 has at least 3.
Has at least 3, each. Yes.
2 or 3, so that's a lot of figures.
Yes. I'm ecstatic.
We already know that you're going to be getting all these. I like this one. I just wish they were in more Decepticon colors. They're all Autobots colors. I mean, unless you're going to do a G2 Decepticon. So I'm going to be out on these. It's also X-Transbots. I've had bad experiences with them in the past, so I won't be picking them up. But it does look nice, and here it is, and it's flying car mode, which I always appreciate a flying car. And here are the normal colors. Yeah. This one looks a lot better than the yellow one, though, I have to say. I really like the head on this thing. It looks great. Don't ask me which one this is. I think it's Overdrive, but that might not even be one of them.
I think it is Overdrive.
But I do like this, and I wish it wasn't X-Transbots, because I probably would be picking it up. And here's the card mode that's very slick. Very slick. This is so cool looking.
Yes.
So, I'm kind of worried about the transformation, though, if it goes from that chunky robot to this.
You know what? I'm just going to have to figure it out, and I'll have a few of them to decide. I mean, and these are only a couple of the colors. I really
these are the only 2 that they've shown so far. So this one, I think, has like a green color, and there's a whole bunch of other ones.
Yeah, they have the racing car with all the advertisements and stuff on it. I love that one. So I'm just super excited. I know what's going to happen is they're going to release one. I'm going to pay for it, and then all the others are going to come out, and I'm just going to get killed for that week or 2 weeks, and my wife's going to get pissed at me because there's going to be all these boxes coming, and I'm just going to say nothing.
I didn't know. Yeah. So I'm gonna make a prediction as well. I think you're going to buy a big combiner or something like that, and the next day you're gonna be like, boom, here's all of them ready to ship. That's how I foresee that going, because with your luck on QC, it's gonna be the same thing.
You know, honestly, if I had, you had your experience, your bad experience with X-Trans bots, and you're out on them. If I allowed that to affect my purchasing, I would have no Transformers, because I've had QC issues with every single one. Doesn't matter who it's by. I've had a QC issue at least once, twice, 3 times probably, if not more, with every single one. And maybe that's because I buy so many. I don't know, but it's very irritating.
It has to be. I've had 2 major QC issues. One was a company's first product, which was the Trojan horse. Trojan helicopter. I got the parts getting sent to me, so I'm cool. And the other one was X-Trans bots, which was an established company. And needless to say, it broke. I don't need to go into the story. If you guys want to hear QC issue story time, let us know, and we'll have a whole 5-hour episode with just Bobby's alone. And so anyways, let's get into what is incoming. Let's leave this negativity behind, but I think you are very excited.
I love you. I love it. I love you. I can't wait to get you in my hands. Okay.
Yours is going to come with you're going to like it too much.
Do not wish this evil
I'm not saying, I'm just saying you are liking it too much, and you have problems with the QC gods. So,
gosh, please be good. Okay.
First thing that is incoming is MHD Toys. This is the Mini Menasor. So it's the oversized Legends figure. So it's mini, but not mini. It's about 12 inches tall. I think this already came out, and I think this is a re-release. So it's by the same people that did our Cyclonus, which I think both of us were fairly happy with that. It wasn't up to Fans Toys level, but I think if you expected it to be, you're a little deluded. So I think this should be fine. I know the first release was falling apart, but if you guys need a 12-inch Devastator, go get it.
You mean Menasor, but
yes, excuse me.
I almost picked this up until I saw the size of it, just because, especially during the time. I mean, there were so many Menasors coming out, and I was just like, yes, I have to have them all. It's like Pokemon, and I skipped out on this one because of the size, and then I started hearing a couple of bad things about it, so I was out.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so I'm just glad those bad things didn't. Yes, the bad things didn't leach out into. All right, and the last thing, because there's nothing being released soon, is Commander Nemesis Prime. So this is by Dr. Wu. It's coming in soon. You could be able to get it. Get it if you want to. And I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
I mean, you're a Nemesis collector.
What is the problem with this?
There's a little bit of teal on there around the waist.
Oh my god, it's like a little droplet of teal on this thing.
Well, he's only that big, so
I don't care if he's just that big. I want drops of paint.
I can't even say anything. I mean, I knew you weren't going to get it, but I figured I'd try.
Especially after seeing what their Ultra Magnus looked like, this could have used a little bit of more of the paint, like on the forearms and stuff like that, just to bring it a little bit more to life. Because that one does have quite a bit of paint. I know this is older, so I get it. I just don't need it in my Nemesis collection.
I think you should do it.
Nah.
It'd be something new.
If I'm getting one of them, I'm going to get the Ultra Magnus. But again, maybe that'll be a TFCon purchase. Maybe they'll have it at TFCon and you can convince me, but...
A month away from TFCon Toronto. Unfortunately, I'm not going. James, are you going?
I wish.
So, I mean, if we have anyone out there that's going, please let us know. We'll definitely have more updates as it gets closer, but I actually wore my TFCon shirt because we are exactly a month away.
Yep. So look forward to our coverage on that, definitely, when that third-party panel happens.
Yeah.
So that's everything we have for you today. Let us know what you're going to be getting, what you're not going to be getting, what you think looks cool, what you don't think looks cool. Like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you can see a lot more videos with us.
and write in and tell James that he needs to honor what he said and buy that Dr. Wu Ultra
If
Magnus.
I held you to everything you said on this show,
well,
that's
more
what
than
I'm doing.
more than likely, I've picked up stuff I said I wasn't gonna get.
I am going to. I get Silverbolt then. If I get Ultra Magnus, you get Silverbolt.
I'm getting the combiner.
No,
Silverbolt.
not that. Not no. Nobody cares about a jet. Give me that wolf bird. They need his wings clipped, as you said.
Yeah, no, no. Well, yuck. Well, as always, till all debates are won. As you see, we're having a really good time. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for joining us.